What's up, everybody? It's Charlie Savidge, and today I want to talk to you guys about the finale of Bad Batch. If you haven't seen it, this is your spoiler warning. Pause the video, go watch the ending of Bad Batch, but I'm going to tell you what I thought, and yeah. So I want to start this video out. I'm going entirely off script. I'm not writing. Normally I write everything. I tried writing this video, but it doesn't work when I do that, so I'm just going to go in raw. So here's the thing. I've tried making this video literally 3 to 5 times today, somewhere in there, and I just can't. I put out a TikTok, maybe you saw it, but anyways, I want to start by saying though, I have no idea why they made us wait a week for this episode. It was not worth the wait. It would have made more sense to have an hour, premiere episode and an hour finale, but whatever. I have a main issue with this. So I just, straight up, I was not satisfied with the resolution of this show. It was just not satisfying. I thought I was worried something worse was gonna happen, honestly. But at the end of the day, it just kind of ended up being a mediocre episode, and there's no reason we couldn't have had done this in the middle of the season. It felt like super drawn out, and it's like there was no definitive conclusion. It was just like, if anything, Crosshair's indecisive. And I think the main problem that I have with Crosshair is that he's not likable, at all. He should be a cool character, he is badass, but he's just kind of a dick. And so it's like, oh, well, the character I like the least isn't in the group anymore, despite how badass he is. I'm like, I really don't care if he never rejoins. I think he's poised for a redemption arc, but it's like you're just watching him make stupid decisions, and it's like, I already had a hard time liking you. And I think the best comparison for what this character's probably gonna end up being like is like Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender in a lot of ways, because he also continues to make the wrong choice and doubles down on them. But like, Zuko gets what he wants and realizes that's not what he wants, and I think we'll probably see something similar from Crosshair. But here's the thing. It's like, the writing's on the wall, in my opinion. But, I mean, I guess it was for Zuko too, so I'll let the writers, tell the story they want to tell. I mean, it's not like I could do anything even if I wanted to. But I think the main issue is that we just don't get any time with Crosshair. We literally got one episode, and then in addition to like the premiere, and then a couple times where he shows up as the antagonist for the episode. That's all we get with this character, and we're supposed to feel anything for him. And I just kind of really struggle with that, because I don't feel anything for him, and I feel like that's where the writing impact of the episode was. And the other part of that is, right, it's like, we're literally back where we started on episode 1, man. The only difference is that I think the Bad Batch as a group, our main protagonist groups, apart from, Crosshair not being in it, kind of knows a bit more about what they stand for. And not only their loyalty to each other, but I think Omega's worked as a great moral compass for the group, and that's obviously kind of what she's been being this whole season, is, this character's like, we have to go back, we have to do the right thing. And Crosshair gets mad because she is actually like a pretty natural leader. She does not hold back, she always speaks up, and he's like, oh, we're letting her call the shots, and it was like, yeah. You know why? Because she's one of us, and we all have equal input as a group. And I really like that. I like the dichotomy of the group. And there's some great moments I loved in the last 2 episodes. I think it was kind of crazy that they even had that whole confrontation the episode before today's episode, where they, Crosshair kills off all the other troops, and is like, you guys can come back to the Empire. You can do this, I'm giving you a chance. And he kind of expresses that, he felt like you guys never came back for me. And I'm also like, you've literally tried to kill them several times, man. Shut the fuck up, dude. And so but I loved all the writing, the scenes. They've been fantastic. But at the end of the day, it's all kind of fallen flat. Even though it's like, I guess I'm gonna go back to more things I want to mention that I love. I love when they blow up Camino. The clone's super like choked up and sad about it because he's like, yeah, we blew up my house, like my home, like not even like my home, but like my whole life community up until this point, basically. You know, like where I'm from, my identity, it's just gone, and we did it. Like, that's super fucked that they made the clones do that, and that there were even clones on that ship. Another thing I loved was, like, Wrecker was like, oh yeah, we'll take you back, or we would have taken you back anytime. Like, I love seeing that connection. Like, I like that they still have that connection, but it's like, I feel like I just don't care about this character, and that's, like, my biggest problem. And I kind of, yeah, I addressed where that comes from. It's like, we just don't get enough time with this character. You know, like, the writing's been good, it's been fantastic, and it's like, there's been so many cool cameos, but it's like, I don't know, like, this wasn't even the most, this was one of the least interesting bits of the series so far, honestly. And while I do think it was necessary that we needed these characters to confront each other, and, you know, the set pieces were really good, it's just like, the finale itself kind of fell flat, and then they made the closing scene, Lama Su going into this new Empire science facility that looks really cool and interesting, Nala Se getting off the ship, and then talking to a woman who's wearing basically the Empire fatigues of, like, that you see Dr. Pershing wear in The Mandalorian. So, like, that's interesting, but, like, that doesn't get me excited. Like, I don't really give a shit about Nala Se. I mean, yeah, she's, like, cool, but, like, I didn't think it was bad. It just fell flat. It was like, it wasn't even just like, it wasn't like that was bad, but it was just like, oh, well, cool, I guess I'll wait another year. Even though I've done a podcast and we talk about this shit every week, that it's like, that ending meant nothing to me. Like, it just, like, I don't care, dude. Well, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I hope someone can change my mind. I hope we can talk about this, whatever, but I straight up I was just kind of disappointed. Anyways, I'll see you guys. Take care. Peace.